Feed your brain like you feed your body. So for the past few weeks, I've been very overwhelmed. I've been worried. I've been crying. I've been concerned. I've been wondering how things are going to work out. And then I realized that the reason I've been feeling like this is because I have not fed my brain in a while. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. You know how your stomach starts growling when it's time to eat and then you feed it, but just feeding it one time is not going to keep it from getting hungry tomorrow, next week, in a couple hours, right? That's the same exact way that you have to treat your brain to keep it in the mode of positivity and staying level-headed and staying in the right mindset. My spirit was feeling disturbed and all over the place, and I was in a state of worry because I had not fed my brain. I had gotten off course of feeding my brain the things that it needed to stay in a place of knowing that things are going to work out, in a place of solitude, in a place of being able to sit back and let things play out, right? I had fallen off track. And what are those things that you're supposed to be feeding yourself? Well, those are the things like speaking positivity into yourself, reading books that bring a smile to your face, watching your favorite creators that pour into you to get you back on track, repeating positive affirmations, or doing activities that really bring you joy and keep you going, right? For me, I have been coloring. It's something that, I love doing as a child. So getting back into nurturing the inner child. So I had been coloring for 20 minutes every morning, and I hadn't done that in like a few days. And on the days that I did do the coloring were the days that I was a little more relaxed. I wasn't worried. I wasn't all over the place. So that is what's missing. That is why right now you are sitting there wondering and overthinking and stressed out because you have not fed your brain the things that it needs to understand it's going to be okay. Now, as much as positive mindset is important, it's also important to consistently practice positive mindset. So reading positive affirmations for the next couple of days and then falling off is not going to help your brain. You got to consistently feed it, just like you're feeding your stomach when it gets hungry, because your body has to eat to survive every single day, not just once a week. Well, your brain operates the same. It has to be trained, and it has to practice, and it has to consistently do these positive things to stay in a positive place, to keep you going instead of crashing out. And so because I had fallen off with my routine, I crashed out. I had a moment where I was in my car and I was crying, and I was just overwhelmed with life. And then I realized, because I got on YouTube, because I love to get on YouTube. Even though I make videos, I like to get on YouTube and watch YouTube videos. Got on YouTube, and there was a timely message and centered around positive mindset. And as I watched it, I noticed that my nerves started to calm down, and I started to become happy again. I started to become calmer, and that helps me realize, wow, I fell off. That's why I crashed out the other day. Now, I know my entire page is dedicated to positive mindset and how to get on track and stay in that place so that you can really start living the life that you deserve. I know that's what my page is centered on. But I'm being vulnerable and letting you know that I got off track and do get off track, to let you know that, one, this path is not easy, and two, you're human. You're going to get off track, but as long as you get back on track is what matters. As much as I preach this stuff to you all, I fall off also. It's not easy for me either, but it's being aware and recognizing where you fall to get back on track. What's important is recognizing where you need to improve and taking the steps to improve and knowing that you can start over as many times as you need to, right? As long as you recognize that, instead of staying in that place of crash out or staying in that place where you fell off course, then you're going to be okay. But this is just your reminder from me to you that maybe it's time to realign your mindset, your brain, to get back on course. The thing that's missing right now, and the reason that you're overthinking and you're crying and you feel off balance and you find yourself like trying to figure things out, is because you have fallen off the track, right? And that's okay. The other part of this journey is being kind to yourself. I'm just one of those people who came across your page today to be your guide and reminding you to get back on course and to help you solve the problem of what is going on with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just gotta get your brain back into that space and get realigned in the space that you were in before of positivity. That's all. So, as always give you some homework or something to do to hold yourself accountable and actually do the things instead of just watching me talk to you, right? So I want you to do something that you were doing before you got off course to get back in that space, right? Like I said, I like to get on here and watch encouraging words from other YouTube creators to help me stay in that place, because it's consistently feeding my brain things that I may already know, and sometimes I learn something new, but it gives me the sense that there's a community of other people, like-minded people that I can talk to who get it, right? There's a mindset book I like to reread sometimes when I fall off track. Like I said, I'm coloring. Sometimes it's the music you listen to. Whatever it is, just start incorporating that back into your schedule. You may not have noticed that you stopped doing it. And that's why I'm here to remind you. It's time to get back to it, right? Because as much as your stomach depends on that food to keep going, to give you energy, your brain is depending on those positive tools to keep you level-headed and keep you sane from crashing out, because you don't have to. Well, y'all, I am sitting in front of one of my favorite sandwich shops, and I'm starving. Talking about feeding yourself, right, as an analogy. I'm about to feed this stomach because it needs it. But I had to get this message out before I started eating. Today, as I was realigning my brain and getting it back on course, it clicked why I had been so off. And I was like, And as always, I come on here and share things with you all to remind you that you're not alone, but that we are both going through this. If you are enjoying my videos, or if this is your first time coming across this video, hello and welcome. I welcome you to like, comment, subscribe, or share this with someone who it will help. And until the next video, bye for now.